Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to West Effort High School, home of the Eagles for this evening's Colonial Conference matchup. Featuring the Hawks of Haddon Township against your West Effort Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is also our senior night. We will recognize our senior wrestlers, managers, and their parents. Thank them for their commitment and dedication to West Effort High School and West Effort Wrestling Program. Our first senior is Cole Dubois. Cole is a first-year Eagle but has made an instant impact since arriving at WDHS. Starting in the summer, his leadership and love for the sport showed right away, and then it led to him being named as captain. He came to the program having a ton of success, and that has continued this year as he is currently 21-1 overall. Cole's relentless work ethic and desire to improve has made him a pleasure to be around every day. He has set his goals high for this season and is working hard every day to achieve them. Cole will without doubt have a successful end to his senior year and beyond. Best of luck with Cole. Senior Cole Dubois. Cole is escorted tonight by his parents Jill and Brian and sisters Maddie and Brooke. Our next senior wrestler is Andre English. Anytime Andre steps on the mat, he is a crowd favorite. His passion for WDHS wrestling is second to none. He always displays toughness and team spirit, whether it's a practice room, always, or the locker room. He's always asking how he can improve and what he can do to make the team better. Whenever he wrestles with fans and teammates are on their feet supporting him and waiting to cheer for his famous Dre Bombs. Andre has been an absolute pleasure to coach, and his unmatched passion will surely be missed. Thank you for everything, Senior Andre English. Andre is here tonight with his father Aaron, grandmother Jill, and Aunt Nicole. Our next senior wrestler is Chris Hansen. Chris has been in the program for several years and has earned most response as senior. His improvement throughout his career has been remarkable. He's put together a very solid senior season. His desire to improve is evident as he is constantly staying after practice to work with a coach and see how he can get better. Even throughout this year, he has improved a ton. He's wrestled several weight classes this year and has done everything the coach has asked for him. We appreciate the hard work and sacrifices that he has made. Best of luck to Chris, Senior Chris Hansen.
You gotta move down. You gotta stay out of the shot. Yeah, we're on track.
Up next are our two senior managers. First, manager Jordan Dreger. Jordan has been our head manager for the last few seasons. Her knowledge of the sport is phenomenal. She always goes above and beyond. She is reliable, can always be counted, and accurately and neatly score all of our dual meets. Jordan has done a great job coaching up our younger managers so that the program is in good hands once she graduates. Jordan's contributions to the program have not gone unnoticed, and she will be greatly missed. Senior manager Jordan Dreger. Escorting Jordan tonight are her parents, Meredith and Ed. And our final senior is manager Emily Gallagher. Emily is another one of our managers that has been on the team for the last few years and has done an incredible job doing anything we've asked. Players distributing equipment, helping at the scores table, or filming matches. She is always willing to help. She has a positive attitude and is very reliable. Emily's contributions to the program are greatly Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nest here at West Defford High School on this beautiful Friday night in the wintertime. Jason Morrell here, joined by the Hall of Famer, former collegiate head coach, Mr. Jimmy Rollins. Coach Rollins, also a 2001 classmate, alum.
That's right.
Of the most decorated class ever to come through West Defford High School. Did you know that the
I
class
knew
of
we'd like to think
2001 has more Hall of Famers than any other class?
That might have been because my dad was on the committee for a while. I don't know.
Jimmy, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We got a great Colonial Conference matchup tonight with our West Defford Eagles and the Haddon Township Hawks. You've been to a couple matches this year. You've been following us on the live streams. You know, what are your thoughts on the Eagles so far this year? They're sitting in the 2 seed right now in Group 2 South as they wrap up the final week and a half of their season.
Yeah, I think it's been a couple years of building for them. We've been talking about a young group here for a little bit since I've been around the program. Now you're seeing a lot more juniors and things like that. You know, coming into a time with postseason around the corner, team implications on the line, individual aspect after that, you're looking for guys that finally mature, I think. You know, I think this is a mature process that you're looking for them to jump a different level, and a lot of times it's when you see it, team implications on the line, you know, groups coming up, districts, regions, things of that nature. It's time to elevate your level and move forward.
Yeah, and I'm going to be grilling you all night long about, you know, how you got your guys at Lindenwood University ready to go towards the back end of the season as you started preparing for postseason. Before we get into that, before this match gets kicked off, it is senior night. We have 3 seniors that we recognize prior to the start of tonight's match, and Cole Dubois, who's 21-1 right now and 190 pounds, having a great season. Andre English and Chris Hansen, along with 2 of our managers, Jordan Dreger and Emily Gallagher. So it's a special night for our seniors, and before we get this thing rolling, we're going to turn it over to PA announcer Mr. Bill Gore as we meet the teams. Be back in a minute.
May result in penalties being assessed against your team. Such penalties are heard. A penalty will be assessed immediately. If instructed not to issue warnings, it is your responsibility to remind your team of this policy. Now, before we meet the teams, let's all rise and wear our hats and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's match will start at 106 pounds. At 106 pounds for the Hawks, Betsy Baglivo. And for the Eagles, Brian McConaughey. At 113 pounds for the Hawks, Thomas Andrews. And for the Eagles, Anthony Patondo. At 120 pounds for the Hawks, Gordon Tinker. And for the Eagles, Anthony Conway. At 126 pounds for the Hawks, Kyle Oilua. And for the Eagles, Owen Etrigan. At 132 pounds for the Hawks, Justin Capri. And for the Eagles, Trevor Longfeld. At 138 pounds for the Hawks, Isaiah Haddon. And for the Eagles, Aiden Todd. At 144 pounds for the Hawks, Jamie Shantapon. And for the Eagles, Chris Hansen. At 150 pounds for the Hawks, Antonio Reyes. And for the Eagles, Andre English. At 157 pounds for the Hawks, Gabby Dunn. And for the Eagles, Nick Graziano. At 165 pounds for the Hawks, Joey Savell. And for the Eagles, Caleb Jackson. At 175 pounds for the Hawks, Ryan Schultz. And for the Eagles, Andrew Todd. At 190 pounds for the Hawks, Miles Green. And for the Eagles, Marcus Carter or Cole Dubois. At 215 pounds for the Hawks, Chris Broderick. And for the Eagles, Marcus Carter or Cole Dubois. And at 285 pounds for the Hawks, Sean Weichel. And for the Eagles, Isaiah Bailey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. Jason Morrell here with Jimmy Rollins for a Colonial Conference matchup, West Effort, Haddon Township. Jimmy, you were at Lindenwood University for 6 years?
Head coach for 6. I was there for 11.
Okay. You had a great career there. What, this time of year, you know, we're 2 weeks away from the postseason of team tournament time.
Yep.
What was your expectations of how your team's wrestling right now? Are you doing things differently in the practice room to start preparing for that, or is this peak time, or are you still a week or two away from it?
Yeah, you're trying to sit there and instill confidence. I mean that's the big thing. Different from 20 years ago where you tear down guys a little bit more and you know, put them through the ringer a little bit and then let them go out and take it out on somebody else. Now you're trying to build confidence and keep everything up, you know, and have fun with what they're doing. I think that was one thing later in my career where it was beating the hell out of guys or tar out of guys, excuse me, you know, and getting them prepared, saying, you know, nobody's going to be a tougher battle than what you're dealing with every day here in the room. It changed to, you know, have fun out there, enjoy the sport, make sure it's fun. And I think that's where we lost some guys for a number of years in the sport. Nice head inside, got 2 hands on one leg.
Yeah, Ryan McGonigal, freshman, West Effort. Bence Bagamary for Haddon Township. Rhino out there, he's a fighter, man. He's a tough young freshman. Played football for us this year. Reminds me a little bit of Kame and Kuso.
God was a stud,
that swagger, that toughness, throwback. You know, he's going to mix it up with anybody. And he's had to fill in with Talon Taranoni being on the shelf for a couple matches. And he's done a great job of weathering storms and just being a tough out for any upperclassman that's wrestling this lightweight.
Right now he's got to get off that leg and he's got to fight hands. He's got to fight hands here. Turning in, good. Keep the leg. Elevate the leg. Elevate the leg. 2 hands. Don't switch power. Now head inside. Take your time here. You don't need to rush it. Take your time. Head in the side. There you go. Keep your head in the side. Drive across to his far hip.
Ryan has a very promising future as a 3-sport athlete here at West Effort. He reminds me of a throwback West Effort kid. You know, he doesn't talk much, always looks you in the eye, shakes your hand, good morning.
What other sport, Jay?
Football and baseball.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's got more length, it looks like, for baseball rather than football, but hips back. Right now he's got to get his head up. He's got to build a base underneath, get back pressure in here, and get to his feet here. Short time left in the period.
What are some of the things that a freshman who's been thrust into a starting varsity lineup? I mean, I think one of the biggest transitions in any sport from middle school to high school is that you find it in wrestling. You know, how do you coach up these guys that aren't as big, as strong, as veteran as the kids are facing?
Be fearless.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? You know, you're going out there to make a statement. You know, that's the prime time to do it. Don't wait till your junior year to be something. Go out there and fight. Yeah. You know, go out there and be a terror. You know, the guy takes a shot on you, make him pay. Yeah. You know, understand how to get your hips back, throw a hard crossface. I'd rather a kid give up a point in a match for being too physical than not physical enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. West Effort sitting at 8-8 on the season right now. Haddon Township
in the Patriot Division, 6-10 overall. As we said, playoffs are a few weeks away, and I was telling you earlier, Jimmy, West Effort sitting in the 3 spot in power points, but we're actually in the 2 hole because we have that head-to-head victory over Collingswood, and it's going to be an exciting opportunity if we can get hot here in the postseason.
That's what it's all about. Second period start. Going to keep that pressure forward. On top position here, one thing you want to teach a young kid, keep your toes dug in the mat. Your heels hit the mat, that you're taking all the pressure off. Drive those toes, keep that weight forward, keep the weight on his hands here.
We'll see Ryan continue to stay offensive. He's down 6-2 right now.
See that forehead to forehead? What you want to do is you want to ideally get your forehead to his ear. When you get that forehead to your ear, you're beating the guy on head position each time. You're controlling the angle that you have him at. When we're stuck forehead to forehead, you're just gauging. A guy that's older, more powerful, more experienced, you're going to lose those battles a lot of the time.
There are some guys who say absolutely no collar ties, stay out of tie-ups, go no contact. I mean, do you have a preference when you're coaching your guys? I mean, in terms of we're in a neutral position?
Yeah. I mean, it's for me, I want to fight in a phone booth. I'm a slow guy. I wasn't very fast. I may have been quick to some people's standards, but if you're coaching a Ronnie Gentile, for example, former state champion out of Paulsboro that I had the opportunity to coach to a national finals, you're going to have him operate from space, changing levels, make a guy guess, make that guy reach with his hands to create those openings. If you want to be that guy in a collar, great outside shot. But you see how he got his head to the side, he drifted that weight, and he was able to score.
So you're saying it's really dependent upon the wrestler?
Yeah. You're going to have your brutes that are going to operate really well in that phone booth, but if you're going to operate in that phone booth, you can't take that phone booth head on. So, you're a running back, you're a fullback coming at it, a big old linebacker. Do you want to take him head on, or do you want to get an angle to get that block, right? You want to get an angle. That's the opportunity that you need to have. Now, you can't give up 2 here. One's better option, right? Short time left in the period.
Ryan, look for that cradle right there. I just don't know, as a young freshman guy going against an upperclassman who's also long. I mean, Baglivo is a big 6-pounder.
Yeah, he's got good size. You don't chase cradles. I always say you let cradles come to you. Your pressure on top, gets a guy's head close to his knee. That's when we slap that on. If you're constantly looking for it, you're kind of giving your opponent the opportunity just to defend it the whole time. Yeah. Right now, you got to snap, snap, snap.
You're going to get a great feel for Ryan's competitive fire as he's down by 3 with 1:50. He's going to put work in this period.
Yeah, he's got to keep that attack rate up, though. See how he's giving up? There he goes. Head position to the side here. He wants to get that forehead to the kid's right ear here, open up the opportunity.
No stolen calls, 7-4. Ryan finished the second period with a reversal.
Ryan's got some weight to grow into, too.
Oh, yeah. Came in at 90 pounds
in
August, so let's put 11 pounds on.
He must have been in a football weight room or something. But no, he's doing a good job. I mean, this kid weighed in with the full 2-pound allowance. He's able to come in there, take advantage of that. We had to wait till February 1st back in the day for that.
But no, they backed it up. The world's getting softer, my friend.
Yeah, a little bit. But right now, see, he's got 2 hands on it. That's fine, but now you got to reset yourself to the outside corner. Either that or you got to rebuild back up, reset yourself where he's going to give up his own corner and give up 2 here. Good back pressure, but you got to get to your feet there. Hard switch. Good
loves
reversal.
That switch. Yeah, he loves
That's
that
good.
switch.
But right now, we're not turning them. We're
cutting.
We're cutting. You got to cut. You got to cut. Hard on the head. Hard on the head. Hard on the head.
Yep.
Oh, good to his back. Again, though. You're dictating the pace. No. Rocking back. Suicide cradle here.
Yeah, that's just a young guy making a mistake right there. You think he that's the situation where Ryan went try to go to a cradle earlier and lost it. You're hoping he learns on the fly right there, trying to force something that's not there.
Right. When that kid's head's that high and you're trying to force elbow down here, you're the smaller guy. You're not going to get that 9 times out of 10. The good way to take that is a back roll, though. You take his advantage of him hipping high here and keeping his head up. But yeah, I mean, it was a good fighting young man.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And this is what I love about the kid, right? He's in a battle, ends up in a tough spot here to wrap up the match, but he has a lot of pride. He's not a kid that's going to go out and allow you to pin him without fighting to the death. So.
No, and that's good. It's tough to give up a major like that at the end, but, at least throughout he's going for it. He's continuing to try to dictate a pace and things like that. Great left-handed sweep off of him. He's getting his head high after he hits that. It's just understanding his corner a bit better.
At 113 pounds for the Hawks, Thomas Andrews. And for the Eagles, Anthony Catando.
Junior Ant Catando for the Eagles. Thomas Andrews for Haddon Township. And was in a little bit of a rut, but came out of it against Gateway with a big pin. And he's looking, I think, just to wrestle consistently. He wants to put back-to-back positive, really good matches together. He's a great kid. He's all in on the sport of wrestling. And
see that head position there? I mean, we give up our ear a little bit. We're stuck in that head-to-head. One thing I'd like to see is just a little bit more corner action. Force that forehead opening. That's one thing I work with my 4-year-old on is just head position.
Yeah.
Good hands here. Now you want to keep your back straight. See how when we keep our back straight there, our lock follows.
Head position, one of the most underrated. I don't think it's talked about enough at the youth levels.
Oh, 100%.
Head position.
100%. I've never seen a Jordan Burroughs double or an attack at the highest level, winning world championships, Olympic gold medals. I've never seen him with his head out of position. When it's going through that blast double, it's going through someone. Head in his chest. When he's going to his sweep attacks, even if he's going deep ankle, his head's in the rib cage. You control the guy's posture with good head position. And that's at any level that you want to get better at.
No two given there on the edge of the mat. It was close. We get away with one there. Good snap.
Good snap, but again, where's our head? When our head's that high, it's hard to follow. Use your head to carry in his back. Oh.
Andrews with that big body lock.
Now right here, you got your elbow given up. You want to force that left elbow inside. Create yourself some space. That way you can build. Now you go note that Turk, so you want to crawl forward. You want to create space with your hips so that you can get to your base. Then you want to back pressure in right away. Again, one of the most underrated things from the bottom position is back pressure.
Yeah.
I know teaching those tots must be a lot of that talk all the time.
Oh, yeah, forward pressure. Head up. Don't get me started. I'm having a good night. Those guys, I love them, but they're aging me.
Oh, I remember. I remember what it was like. I was a mascot for many years before I was allowed to compete. But, yeah, the good old tot days.
Haddon Township starting strong here with their lower weights. Coach Brian Farnham, formerly West Efforts coach from 1999 to 1998, 97, 98, I think was Coach Farnham's first year.
We were in 8th grade, I think.
Yeah, so it was 96, 97 was his first year. Has always put out real solid lightweights and middleweights.
Yeah. Wrestled at University of Virginia.
Yep.
2-time state medalist for Haddon Township. I believe a 5th and a 3rd while he was in school at 103 and 112 before he went on to Virginia to wrestle at 118.
Has been at Haddon Township for the better part of, I guess, about 17 years now.
Is it that long?
A long time. Yeah, long time.
I remember he had a young man that was 3rd and 2nd in the state. I was recruiting a number of years ago and happened to walk into a match there at Haddon Township. I believe his guy was a senior, and there was a young freshman, Ronnie Gentile, that I got to see for the first time. And I was very impressed by both of them.
Yeah.
But that Gentile kid was good.
What's Andrews working here? He's got the glove in that wrist right now.
Yeah, and that's fine. You don't want to give up, so he's got that 2-on-1 that he's giving up here. And that's okay. You don't want to give up a pocket corner here, so ideally you want to step up with that inside leg. So he's trying to attack that right side. Step up with that right side. Take away his opportunity to go there, and you're circling left. As you're circling left, you're creating the opportunity to fight the hand. Elbows inside, controlling one. too many times people get caught up on one-on-one control. One-on-one control, hand-to-hand, is a battle you're going to lose from the bottom position. 2-on-1. All I need is one to clear it. I get 2 hands to 1 hand, I clear that, I'm gone. It's old school cut-through stuff when we were learning when we were in little midget wrestling.
Yeah.
It's just 2 hands to 1. Get that to your pocket and get your hips away. Hip separation's key. But right now we're sprawled out. He's giving up that leg, and that's fine. But you get that knee down, you back pressure in, you get your hips out in front, and you start squirting back. That's the big thing. It's kind of the opposites of what you would think out of a normal person, right? Is I want to back pressure into them. I want to get my hips low and away. That's the way you're going to be able to secure points off the bottom.
So as we move into the third period, certainly manageable. Ants down 2-0. Haddon Township has choice, takes bottom. This is going to be a big moment for the Ankatondo in this match.
Yeah. Yeah, again, driving forward, keep the pressure forward. You want to attack that wrist, that outside elbow, that's fine, but you got to dig those toes in and keep driving. He's doing a good job there.
Now, this is one of those scenarios. I mean, you're thinking as a coach, all right, at what point in time are we cutting him loose? Because you're in a tricky situation here.
You are, but you're looking at 2 takedowns to be able to do this. Obviously, coaches got to understand their athlete here. Is he capable of getting a tilt here? They're keeping him on top, so, maybe they're securing an eye, but you cannot give up a reversal here. You always got to talk about 1 before 2, and we're giving up a Turk here, so you cannot give up back points, though. He's doing a good job getting the leg inside here, but you got to straighten that leg.
We didn't have enough fingers. You need. All right, so we had a stoppage there because Anthony did not grab 4 fingers. If you're going to hand fight and try to peel hands off, they make you grab 4 fingers. If you're grabbing 1 and peeling at it, they're going to stop it.
Yep.
And it not only is it a stoppage, but it's a technical violation and a point for Haddon Township.
Correct.
And now down 5-0. Anthony's thinking, I'm going to fight off this major. I'm not going to get turned here and give up another.
Yeah, but he's giving up that far wrist here. You stay on your belly. Good things aren't going to happen. Haddon Township's got to scoop under the head there to be able to cross that off, but a good job fighting. But again, back pressure. When you keep your elbows out like that, you're just fanning to get caught in something. What you want to do is elbows in, get your thumbs outside of your elbows there and work yourself to your feet.
Five nothing. Thomas Andrews. Haddon Township up 4-0 with a major decision at 106. And we're looking to just get decisioned here and make it 7-0 Haddon Township.
Yeah, 10 seconds left.
All right, so Anthony Catondo, right, still trying to get a little bit out of that rut. He's wrestled a lot of matches for this team, and I'm sure that he's going to be back in the practice room and finding a way to get it done as he moves into tomorrow. And we have sophomore Anthony Conway at 120, an exciting wrestler, quick twitch, fast-paced kind of kid, very raw.
Yeah.
Very raw still. Son of one of our classmates.
Another
Kristen
2001
Conway.
classmate, yeah. Actually took Anthony to his first wrestling match when he was a baby.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Good old, I think we went to Washington Township.
And he's on the attack right away.
Build your hips in now. Big, get big. Right here, you don't want to have a Cheerio back, all right? When you got a flat back, you can eat Cheerios off somebody's back. You want to maybe have this slide off, so you want to pull your neck, you get your chest up in here. That's how we can score points. He's giving up a cradle on the far side.
Is he in trouble right now?
He is. He is in a little bit, but, he's holding on to that leg, so he's not allowing the guy to secure a round. But right now you got to get big. You want to get that leg back, right leg back, and in the opportunity to be able to drop into his hip, pop his head.
I believe this is Kyle Oyola from Haddon Township. And Anthony, to his credit, went out and attacked right away, and he's looking to stop this bleeding early on. Sorry, Corbin Tinker. I'm sorry, we're at 120. Yep. So Tinker from Haddon Township, Anthony Conway in on a leg early. Yeah.
Been here for 30 seconds. That's still. Wow.
He never gave the two.
No, that's a real long time to let him go in that same position.
Yeah, most officials have a 10 to 12 second count in their head.
Yep.
A slow 10 to 12 second count.
Slow. Yeah. You could say that.
Now we got a score. 20 seconds go.
One's big here. You don't go for the head. You got to remember one's bigger than 0 at this point. Secure your 1. Right elbow inside, back pressure in. Good.
Scramble.
Up.
He's getting stuck on that knee.
Yeah, it's the thing is when you got to keep gaps. We always talk about a line, shoulder, knee to toe. That's great on the bottom position to get to your feet, but when you got to be able to get your hips separated. That's where that line breaks, and you're running with heels, not toes. You run with your heels so that the guy's lock gets extended. You want to extend those hands in that position.
He's starting to extend away with back pressure.
Oh, there's 2. That's 2.
Yeah, it's absolutely 2. That's absolutely 2 at the buzzer.
Oh, that's a bad call. That's a really bad call.
So, that's one of those situations where the official knows it's points. And he's trying to stay out of a controversy getting screamed out from one person. So he takes the road of least resistance and says, you know what, I'll give him a neutral there because that'll appease both sides. But we all know that was a reversal.
There might be a reason why his belt's on backwards tonight with some backwards calls. But no, that's 2 all day. Once you stop the motion, you've established Peterson position there. That's 2 at any level, whether it's youth, high school, college. That's just what it is. But I understand what you're saying. It's difficult. These guys are coming out here on nights trying to officiate a lot of rolling around.
Yeah. What was it like at the college level? Were they pretty consistent?
Here. Yeah, you got your arguments.
We get relatively consistent officials here, but you always get one that's a little bit different, where he's going to let you wrestle on the mat.
Sure. I think the out-of-bounds rule in high school is a ludicrous one. They need to adapt the college rules to it. There's plenty of edge. Who wants to hear 40 whistles in one match?
Right. And explain to us the difference between the college and the high school rule.
The cylinder is what we call it. So we have our big circle here, our green circle here at West Effort. Anything on that white line, whether you've got a toe, finger, or whatever it may be, is still within that cylinder. You're still wrestling.
Right.
We have plenty of edge here until they hit the gym floor, and we're not talking about running somebody onto the gym floor, but we see a ton of action where a kid's in on a shot. These are smaller circles in high school. You're talking allow the wrestling to happen. Why would we want to deter fans? You want to see action. That's what you come to this sport to be a part of. This is why fans come and watch it. It's a brutal sport. You want to see points scored. You don't want to see that. So even in that scenario right there, wrestling can continue. He's got a cross wrist. There's an opportunity for a turn coming. Let them continue to wrestle. In college, you see most of your best wrestling on the edge.
Yeah.
You see most of your best wrestling there. And that's what you need to allow to continue to happen. I think that needs to be adapted across the high school level. It's going to better prepare kids for college.
It certainly encourages the constant wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And discourages guys from just trying to bail out of bounds to create stalling situations.
100%. College has a rule where if you're going out of bounds and you're not continuing to try to circle in, there has to be either an action call or a stall call made. I'm not saying we need to totally adapt that at high school. Kids are still learning a portion of this, but allowing the action to continue on the edge of the mat, why would we deter that?
Yeah. So this is where that 1 point comes into play, as Anthony did a great job riding out in the second period, rode for the entire period, and now he gets a choice and he chooses bottom.
Oh, he's got to get his hips up. He's really helped in on that Granby here, but he's not in a bad position. He keeps that leg here. Now he's got to get big. He's got to get big here. He's got to work his hands to that lock, stretch that left leg back, get his chest up, head up.
And this is what I was talking about in the beginning with Anthony. He's just a little raw still.
Yeah, see, we're going to
he doesn't feel positions.
Yep. Fight the hands. I mean, this has to be a constant fight of the hands. That's not anything.
Nothing. Is he counting?
No,
He gave two.
that
He gave a
can't
two
be
count.
two.
Now it's going to be a reversal and backs for
Head
us.
hunt, head hunt, head
Yeah,
hunt,
it's
head
gonna be
hunt, head
reversal.
hunt.
Two backs, two reverse. We 4-3 here when it's all said and done.
Now, see, in college, we throw a challenge brick on that one because there's no way he was set within 4 inches of the mat for that time.
Gonna cut and work takedowns. Anthony was in on the first takedown of the match, but got stuck on his knees.
Now he's got to keep rotating to the right side. That's two. That's two. That's two. He's on his butt. That's two. Leg is hooked. That's two. That's two. Any level.
He's going to make, these guys are being, I'm telling you right now, these guys officiating wise are being taught it's not two till Anthony climbs up above the waistline.
Yeah, that's not the rule, though. That is not the rule. I mean, for you to have to go above the waistline, you're taking out a lot of low singles and everything else that's an attack that John Smith won 6 world and Olympic gold medals on.
Yep.
That's just not the way the sports wrestle.
Corbin Tinker trying to fight off Anthony, giving him one to get that
Gotta
takedown
keep
to
coming
win.
here. See, again, that's two all day. You gotta keep them down. 20 seconds left. You got to ride them out. Get that wrist. Keep that pressure forward. 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 I'm going to start screaming here, Jack.
I love it. Got to be careful.
Break him down. Break him down. Good. Now on your toes. Yep. 8 seconds left. That's a good comeback win.
Yeah, nice job by the sophomore, staying aggressive. Plenty of gas in the tank.
Yeah. That's a good way to come back. 2 takedowns in the third. Giving up a cradle for 2 back points in the third. Most kids may have just thrown in the towel at that point. Now, coming back, cutting a guy, keeping the pace up, and coming after it. That was a good win.
Anthony gets the Eagles on the board. 7-3 Haddon Township as we move to 126.
Who we got here?
126 pounds.
This is Owen?
Yeah, Kyle Loyola for Haddon Township and Owen Entrikin, son of state place winner, West Effort graduate Brad Entrikin.
Yes, sir.
Brad not here tonight as he is up with the crew at the Penn State Iowa match.
Jimmer
State
and
College,
Strato and all that, right?
Johnny Craig, the whole crew.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great one. It starts at 9 p.m.
8:30.
They backed it up.
Well, 8:30 they're opening on
8:30,
BTN.
Yeah. Owen
takedown.
has been wrestling really, really tough. He's still trying to figure out how to beat the really good kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think he's a unique build. Brad was a much thicker guy going through his high school career. Owen has got some range. He's a longer, lankier kid. I think when you're beautiful low ankle pick there, but right now you got to be toes dug in, driving forward. He wants to get that. Keep driving forward. Driving forward, you're going to get to that. You bring those arms and wrists to you. You keep those toes dug in the mat. See, doing a good job there. But right now, those knees should never touch the mat. There's a tilt. Good job.
Owen's a scrapper.
Yes, he is.
He's got that fearlessness that you talked about, for better or for worse. Sometimes can put himself in some bad situations, but
he fights through it. I think it's that golden gloves in him a little bit, right?
Yeah, big-time boxer.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to throw hands with Owen after a match. But, he does. He puts himself in some precarious situations. But the fun part about it is there's a lot of points on the board when he's wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's we're here to put on a show. In any sport you're doing, I don't care if it's the high school level, college level, international, it's to put on a show.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about this town and wrestling. I think back to the other night, we had Youth Appreciation Night, and the entire youth program was here, and the stands were packed. And, the intent, and there were a couple parents that grabbed me at our next TOTS practice and said, I can't wait for my kid to wrestle in that environment.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, you can, because it's
different. It's different.
The intensity level's special.
Yeah, I remember coming as a kid, middle school days when we used to go and wrestle before the high school, and we'd just stay and be at Haddonfield or something like that and wrestle a 4 o'clock duel, and then be able to see the high school kids come in just for weigh-ins and just seeing the way that I was kind of goofy, but I wanted to see the way they reacted after weigh-ins. What did they eat? How was their preparation? What did they do in their warm-up?
Those guys were like Olympians to us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I got a lot of tattoos in middle school and everything else. It was because the high school team was loaded with them. Jason Gardner's, all those guys, that were just covered in tattoos. You just kind of, you embolize them. And we had great programs, And, there was definitely something to chase. Again, Johnny Craig's and Brad's and those guys that were placing upstate, it gave me as an athlete something to try to shoot for. Good hips here. Keep settling back. A little high with them, but that was a good little whip over attempt there. We got 8-2, 125 in the second. But there is a long history here. You go back to, Demea Hayward, who was one of my favorites for, two-time region champion at 119 pounds. Shoot, we got another
Mr.
Hall of
Andy
Famer.
Ty,
I was just
left.
saying, we got another one. I did a lot of landscape construction with that guy, and I just want to tell you, hard work never lost him.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. We didn't believe in backhoes or ladders or anything else. Remember a lot of times cutting firethorn bushes, standing on his shoulders at jobs. Jimmy, we don't need a ladder. We got you.
This is the kind of match that you were talking about. As you're watching Owen just be in some unbelievably funky positions, but it never seems like he's out of
good
position.
driving his feet there. That's an old school tilt there. That's points. That's points. Keep kicking out that far leg. That's a good job. He's only got 2 now, so keep settling in. Settle in.
Right to that
Put it
bar.
up. Get your chest back here, Owen. Get your chest back. Yep, feed
Good
it
decision.
through.
Oh, stay with it.
No,
Stay
feed
with
it
it.
through. You got time. Time.
Here we go. Settle in.
Yeah, scoop the head. There it is.
Nice
job. Good job.
Way to keep wrestling.
Winner by fall for Eagles, Owen Anthony.
Again, even at that point, if he doesn't get the fall, he's up 13-2 going into the third period. Putting points on the board, that's what you want to see.
Yep. Working bonus. So Owen puts us up 9-7 as we move to 132 pounds.
There's about 5 guys weighed in for Haddon Township at 132.
Yeah, I think this is Jake Andrews.
At 132 pounds for the Hawks, Justin Capri.
Trevor
Lundfeld.
Trevor Lundfeld for West Everett. Trevor's been having a great year. Technical wrestler. Very good on his feet. Has been showing more and more confidence. He was a sophomore starter last year, and he's grown by leaps and bounds.
Again, looking at that ear right here, he's got a great elbow pass opportunity, good control here. You can go inside leg, outside leg here, hard right foot step. But again, looking into that ear. Keep getting your hips back. Right now, you want to force your foot to the mat. Keep prying up on that, force your foot to the mat. Not worry about the face, control the elbows here.
Capri's eating that crossface right there. He's in like a pit bull on that leg.
Yeah, he definitely ate some crossface, that's for sure. But right there, you want to pry on those elbows. You wing them out here. You extend those hands. Get that foot to the mat. Good pick here.
Oh, nice job sitting to the mat.
That was good. Head pressure, and he did not have a Cheerio back.
Right.
I believe that's an old Pete DiBiase.
Yeah, we're going to be using that one in the room on Monday.
I think Pete used to say that when we were kids, so Brad and John might remember that one a little bit better. Pete did have some one-liners back in the day.
Trevor doing a nice job pressuring here. West Everett will be at Kingsway tomorrow.
Yeah, see how Trevor's on his toes here, too? He's keeping that pressure. There's not a lot of opportunity for the kid to build up here. He's staying on those toes. His knees aren't hitting the mat. He's staying driving. That's one thing we've been talking about a little bit throughout this match, and it creates opportunities.
It's amazing how fundamental that is, and the elite wrestlers, that's what they're doing best.
Yeah, it's very simple. I used to tell guys all the time, we're not going to sit here and try to, change who you are when I bring a kid into the college level. We're recruiting you because you're a high-level athlete. But we're going to make sure that you're doing the fundamental aspects of certain positions well, because you might have gotten away with doing such and such against, whomever it is. Some lower tier programs that you're wrestling on a regular basis. But why would you think that that's going to work at the higher level?
Right.
It's simple things. I mean, the same things that worked in the 50s and 60s in wrestling still work today.
So if you were talking to a kid who's maybe a sophomore or junior, and let's say a freshman. You're talking to Ryan McGonigal, who started us off at 106.
Yeah.
And Ryan says, hey, Coach, I really want to be a college wrestler someday. Nice job.
That was good.
What piece of advice would you say is the most important to give him as Trevor's trying to finish this?
He's
Be
gonna
a
get a fall
big
here.
6 right here. He's got that
Plenty of time.
tight.
Lift the head.
Nice
there
job.
it is. Good job.
What advice would you give a young wrestler who says, my goal is to go to college to wrestle?
I would say one of the things that I always say is pick your favorite guys. Don't, for me it was like a Kerry Colat. In this area, Joe Melchiori is God, in so many ways when it comes to a guy that exemplified the sport. Now, the one things that I learned as a young kid was Joey could do Joey things. I couldn't do what Joey Melchiori did. But it was finding guys like, you look at a Tom and Terry Brands, they might be lunatics for so many aspects of what life is. But fundamentals, head pressure, snaps, angles, penetration, keeping toes dug in, like those type of things, you just start finding the people that work with your style a little bit and fall in love with film. There's so much more access today with Flow Wrestling, YouTubes, everything else that we did not have. That's a big headlock there.
Isaac DeHaven from Haddon Township. That's Aiden Ty, the younger grandson of Andy Ty. Aiden's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's a Ty. He's a tough,
doesn't want to go around
kid.
the waist. He's got to stay towards the crotch here.
Freshman.
Stay off the waist, yeah. Wants to keep trying to work those hips down.
See his older brother Andrew later.
Dad was a heck of a baseball player at West Everett High School.
And an all-South Jersey football player as well.
Yeah, that's right. Tight end, right?
Mike, tight end and kicker.
It was him and Whitmire and all those guys, right?
Yep. Yeah, Aiden's had a tough go of it. Moving into a middleweight class as a freshman is really tough.
Yeah.
You're just going to get older kids all the time, but he's going to be just fine down the road. Hard worker, really passionate, very prideful, which is becoming less and less these days. So when you find a kid with the kind of pride he has, he's got something special. And
yeah, it's a trial by fire, right?
Yep.
It's definitely something to do in this sport is when you're out there one-on-one, there's not an opportunity to hide behind a line or things like that. Not to knock football, Jay, but there's less opportunities because it's just you and somebody else out there. So mistakes are definitely shown, but growth is shown as well.
Absolutely. And this is our first senior of the night, Chris Hansen, facing off against Jaden Chandavan. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I apologize.
I'm going to let you pronounce that.
Yep. And Chris he's been a role player for us this year. He, kind of earned his way into the starting role. And
right now you want to suck back, go to the chin. Looks good for the weight.
He is. He reminds me of a little bit when I watch him wrestle here and there. He's got some Robbie McGinnis.
Oh, geez.
Ishness in him.
Good old Robbie was a great leg rider. Yeah. Had a swagger to him, but definitely helped us win a state championship for sure. And way, way back now in 2000. It's hard to think that it's 23 years now.
I know. I don't think about it.
I try not to as well, man.
So West Effort's up 15-13 after the pin by Isaac DeHaven at 138. And this is where West Effort's got to start getting to a rhythm.
Yeah, for sure. You got a good anchor up top with Dubois, who I believe his mom is a teacher at my daughter's school in Pittman.
Shout out, extra credit points.
We don't have her as a teacher. We are in the other kindergarten class, but I have another one coming up, so maybe. That's hand down. That's 2.
Chris scored. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Right now, again, we're on our heels, right? Pressure forward, keep those toes dug in.
Chris is a point scorer. Not a ton of pins on the season.
Stay with that tilt. Pull that wrist across. Right now, you just want to drive. Keep driving. See, he's got the wrist across here to open up that side where you want to get that tilt. You just keep driving your feet. What that guy's going to do is to counter that drive, he's going to open up. Right then, you can cut underneath, and that's where you get that roll-through tilt. Again, Johnny Craig was really good with that throughout his time. Made a killing with it. I remember him pinning a guy, I believe it was district finals. with a tilt, which you don't see very often.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was coaching at Monmouth Regional High School up in Central Jersey, John would come up every summer with Vince Layton and put on a tilt clinic for our guys. And it's great watching him run that tilt series.
Right now you want to get your chest a little bit back. He's a little high with that. When your head's above his, you want to keep your chest behind it, but doing a good job.
His job jumping back over.
Yeah. Right now you got to set it in. Get off your knees. Get off your knees here. Keep that pressure on the chest. He's got that arm tucked behind him. You know, this is definitely an opportunity to pin, but see, we're on our knees here. You want to get off those. Keep that pressure, flatten him out there. Good job.
Nice job. Senior gets a win on senior night. Big 6, 21-13 for West Everett, moving into what's going to be the most action-packed match of the night.
English.
As senior Andre English gets his first ever varsity start.
Match. That's what we're talking
about. And the energy level in the nest is about to go from 2 to 100 real quick.
I was going to say, I've seen him wrestle a couple JV matches beforehand. I don't know if there's a varsity match that has held up to the hype that he gets in those JV matches.
Dre said he's not going to leave his high school career with no regrets. He played football for us this year, following the footsteps of his father and his uncle. Yep. And the Englishes have a long-standing tradition in West Everett High School. It's great to see Andre out on the mat.
Absolutely. Nicole, longtime trainer here at the school. She came in when we were in high school, if I'm not mistaken.
Antonio Reyes for Haddon Township. Dre is sneaky strong. Big weight room guy. Loves the bench press.
Oh, yeah.
Loves the bench press.
Good. I was going to say, Uncle Preston may have one of the best runs that I've ever seen against Paulsboro.
Oh, yeah. And one of the greatest West Everett Paulsboro football games ever.
Oh, the black shirts.
The black shirts, yeah.
The black
back
shirts.
In 97, 96.
Yeah, he actually ran over my cousin's next-door neighbor in that run. And, I mean, it looked like a freight train coming through there. It just went helmet, and just kept going down the left sideline there. I'll never forget that one.
Yeah, Dre's a strong kid. I'll tell you what, Jimmy, he is a special person in this building. He's got all the energy in the world, and there's nobody more positive that I've ever met in my life, truly. He's a walking positive quote machine.
That's amazing. It's always special to see a kid get an opportunity like this, and obviously a well-deserving one at that.
One of 3 seniors, along with Dubois and Hanson, who we just saw. Dre's big move is the Dre bomb, as he calls it, where he'll be on top and bottom guy stands up and he gets a big mat return. Big mat return, guys, Andre English.
Corner. Get your head. Oh, there you go. Nothing first period.
I'm telling you right now, buckle up, buddy.
We're going to get some Dre bombs here coming up?
It's coming.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. Haddon Township takes down. Oh, he took neutral. He knows the Dre bomb's coming.
Dre bomb. Must have been paying attention in the senior night.
Farnham watched some film and knew the Dre bomb was coming.
Oh, and they go down. They do take down.
I thought he took neutral.
He signaled neutral, but I think he got overruled by the corner.
I'll see in college if the kid chooses that. He's stuck with it.
That's where we're going. Nice switch. A changeover.
Yeah, it was a good changeover. You know, a very underrated move in sport wrestling. Good one.
Now talk about the difference between a changeover and a switch.
So I'm going to tell you, I hate a switch.
Really?
Yeah, switches get you. Kids attack it for so long that they get themselves so extended that it's really easy to bring them back to the mat, in my opinion. I think it's a wasted move in a lot of ways, but a changeover, you're keeping your elbows, again, we talk about those lines, shoulder, knees, toes. You're keeping those lines all the way through, so you're not losing anything in that position. When you're reaching for a switch and you get those guys that get the real elongated switch,
right?
You're coming out, you're running your feet so long, so if you lose it, where do you go? You go straight to your belly. Now we're talking 20 seconds, 30 seconds, especially in college, we're giving up riding time in that area. Yeah. You know, that's a pivotal point. You know, that's where I hate the switch. If it works, it works. You know, I'm not going to tell somebody not to do it unless they fail at it miserably. But, yeah, I'm much more of a changeover guy. I want to be able to hold good position. If we're going to get reversed, good crossface, good hips, good hips.
This place will go crazy right now.
That's
If he finishes here, which he can, he's strong. Antonio Reyes hitting the panic button right there, getting to his stomach, doing a nice job as Dre was
just missed being able to get him to his back and circle to that head, but a great hips. Good job. All right, no, you got to get to your feet for one.
3-3 score in a battle royale.
That's what you want to see. A minute left in the second period.
Not a real technical wrestler from the neutral position, Dre. He's more of a defensive guy that wants to make it pay for making mistakes.
Fine, though. He's keeping his pressure forward. You know, you keep that guy backing up, you're going to keep stall calls off of yourself with that. Right now, corner, ankle. Sorry, the coach in me wants to start screaming all the time, buddy. It's just, it hasn't been that long since I've stopped.
It's in the blood, man. It's in the blood.
Yeah, you remember Big Scott yelling at us when we were kids.
No way, no. Did he ever? Yeah,
I don't know. Did he ever yell? Maybe.
Still have nightmares.
Yeah, you too. No. He's doing a good job out there. 15 seconds left. Don't want to give this up. Don't want to give this up at the end of the period. But get one. We got 10 seconds. Get to your feet here. Fight.
He's got a good stand-up. He's got to come to his feet here.
Yep. Keep fighting for it. That's good. That's 2 attempts.
Maybe one.
Oh, that's fine, though. He's keeping the pace up.
Yeah, he's got gas in the tank. He's the type of kid that'll catch you if you take a second off.
And look at him, ready to go down right away. That puts an image in your opponent's mind. Look, hands on his knees. Kid's trying to find another level to go to here for that third period.
How about body language in wrestling? It tells you everything you need to know.
Huge. Look at that, continuing to fight. That's a lot of effort from the top man to try to hold. Yes, that's a big locked hand.
Now come to your feet.
Yeah, free move, just go. That's fine. Minute 47 here. We're 5-4 now. 5-4.
Yeah, now Antonio's going to make a decision. Am I going to go back on top and possibly get another locked hands call or give him a neutral right now?
I think he's going to try to ride. Fight to your feet. Come on. There you go. Peel. You see that good back pressure, though.
That's another lock again. Got another lock.
Again. Yes.
See, now that's what I was saying. Now you're stuck.
You're seeing things. You're a savant.
I said, you're a savant. Man. I know our wrestlers, buddy.
You do.
See, now you're in a tough position. If you would have given a neutral.
Now we're 5-5. Now he's going to have to cut.
Now it's 6-5.
Yep. Now we're up 1 here. Holding position. Staying forward like he's been doing the whole match. Don't have to worry about reaching. Keep inside, snap.
Got to stay in good position.
Yeah, man. That's it. He has no warnings.
However, I'm confident that if he were to get taken down with time to spare. Here we go. This place is going to go crazy.
No.
Got to finish this. Got to finish. Must finish.
You got to give him 2 there. Give it 2 for less the whole match. Come on. Oh, 563 is going to make me want to say something here in a minute.
Uncontrollable, those officials. Uncontrollable. You're pushing this desk onto the mat.
I'm sorry, man. You want to see a kid who's done what he's done, get his hand raised here. Don't reach. Keep your hands down.
Stay in a great position. Weather this storm. 32 seconds to go. Andre English, first varsity match of his career, up 6-5, 30 seconds.
We got 25 to go now. 25 to go. Keep your head position.
And this crowd, their heart right now is
Keep your hands down, Andre. Keep your hands down. Good hips. Keep squirting back.
Heavy hips.
Keep getting back. Keep getting back. Don't worry about the throw. There you go. Head position.
10 seconds to go.
Head position. Stance.
Get one more shot here. Hit with a stone. He's okay.
Yeah.
Andre English.
Let's go.
First varsity win of his career.
Oh, that was great.
Dad Aaron Grandmom Jill, Aunt Nicole in tears. That's a special moment for that young man. He's going to remember that for the rest of his life. The wrestling gods were smiling upon Andre English right there.
It's hard fought, man.
Eagle Nation is excited for that guy.
I mean, I don't know if we got top 10 plays a week at WDHS.
No, that's number one.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's number one for the winter so far, my friend.
Oh, you got to let that happen. I don't know who the AD here is anymore, but he's going to make sure that happens.
And now hopefully the momentum can keep rolling. 24-13 West effort. Nick Graziano.
Good head position there. Look, bottom leg Turk here. No.
Getting text. My phone is blowing up right now with people excited about Andre English and that win.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gras been having a solid season, moving back and forth between 50 and 57. Seems to have settled in at the 157-pound weight class. Solid wrestler on his feet. Had a very, very good sophomore year. And this is the run that we talked about West Effort having to make as
doing a good job getting back points here.
Nick looking to finish. He is a pinner.
He's got to get his body over that arm. A little high on that, but good.
Not sure who this. It's probably James Dunn. It's got to be James Dunn for Haddon Township.
It's the only one we have weighed in here, right?
Yeah.
Good suck back circle in. See, right there. Again, an opportunity for scoring to happen. Plenty of mat space. Nobody's in trouble of getting injured, but high school rules were out of bounds.
I just cannot get over the text messages that I'm getting right now from people watching this live stream who are so happy for Andre English. You know, when good things happen to good people, I mean.
Well, this is a town that definitely gets behind it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, there's West Everett's never short of people to get behind someone, you know, in a situation like that.
Trying to work this bar. What's he got to do to get this bar
He's got to bring his bottom knee to the shoulder. So he wants to run his bottom knee, but as a Big Scott used to say, bottom knee to the chin. You run that bottom knee to the chin, keep his chest on the mat here. It's going to open him up. See, now coming back across.
You like coming back across the knee like that?
I don't. No. So the only way you can do that is if his head's down and you can get that weight across. It's not a bad thing to do, but you have to time it right. So a lot of times if you're running that up, bottom knee across, and he goes that inside shoulder down, that's the opportunity to be able to bring it across. But to be able to set and stabilize them, you really need to run it the right way first.
Right.
Again, we're talking higher level, things like that, that you need to be able to do some of those things. You can get away with stuff at any level, right? But you always want to see what it's going to take, you know, upstate, region semifinals, district finals, things like that to be able to make these things work and put them into action, whether it's, you know, the lowest tiered opponent or the highest tier that you got.
Gras trying to settle into to a rhythm this season. I don't have his record in front of me, but he's more than capable of making some noise in the postseason. He's the type of kid that can surprise. He's got great strength.
What year, Jay?
He's a junior.
Okay. A lot of this group is a junior, right?
Yeah. A lot of these kids coming back.
Good settle in here. Now you want to get that other knee to the other side of the head. So now you can sit through. Yep. Now you want to look to the ceiling. Look to the ceiling. Back arch in here. Lost that other hand.
Yeah, that's probably you lose that one-on-one. The first side, nothing keeping.
But still, when you're keeping this here, I would actually go the other way. But you know, he's still in a great position. You want to post that hand. He's got plenty of time here. Take your time. Get inside. Post the hand across. You want to go for a Saturday night ride here. Hips down. Get your heels up. And you want to lift here. You want to lift that head up off the mat. Force those shoulders down. Lift his head up.
Gotta lift that head.
Yep. Chest in, head up, lift.
Yep.
There you go.
Nice job by Nick Graziano keeping this momentum rolling. It makes it 30-13 West effort as we move to the 165-pound weight class. And this is going to be one of my. I think one of the biggest surprises of the winter season. One of my favorite guys right now. This is Caleb Jackson. Caleb is a sophomore who beat Graz unexpectedly in wrestle-offs. He had to win 3 wrestle-offs to get into the starting spot and really shock the world. And he's been wrestling with house money ever since. You talked about fearless earlier, and that's how this kid's been wrestling. He's only been wrestling for about, I think this is his 2nd or 3rd year. And great athleticism, also a football guy. Nice duck.
That was a good duck. It's a very old school duck. Going off the collar, popping the elbow.
Joe Savell. And Caleb's one of those kids who, you think sophomore, he's kind of tall, a little lankier, small for the weight class.
He's got good range, though.
He does, and he's going to keep coming. Like, you cannot take a second off against him because he will push your pace. And he's raw, similar to Anthony Conway, and those sophomores are raw, but they're going to push the pace.
Seville's got some good size on him for the weight. Seems to know what he's doing a little bit here. He's, again, keeping his knees off the mat usually.
Toes dug in.
Yep. See Brian coaching him pretty aggressively. Brian likes the legs. When he was with us, he always was good working with me on that.
Caleb trying to mule kick to get that leg free. What can he do here to defend?
So the big thing is actually a weird scenario is you want to hip down and back pressure across to the other side. Somewhat of a changeover here, but you're taking the weight off of your right side. So you want to just force that down. Now then you can use your left foot to be able to use and the heel and kick that leg free. To sit in this position, mule kick is one thing, but that's an initial off the leg in. You mule kick hip down. Once that hip goes down and that's still there, you want to back pressure in and force the weight to the other side. Because if he's on the right side, his power half's only going to work from your left, right? So if I get to the other side, he can't repower with the right leg in on the right side of my body. He's going to lose all the power. That way it gives me an opportunity to reverse, things like that. But with that leg in there and keeping me flat, you see he's going to an old school Jacobs right here where he's trying to scoop the face. You create other opportunities there. Right now you got to stand up, though. You don't sit on your knees between periods. Stand up.
And then walk back.
That's right. That's right.
Just knee walk back.
Be the guy that's 4 feet from your corner going, what do you want me to do here? Let that kid sit down there and just put an image in his mind. The kid's taking a couple deep breaths. Allow him to do that while you're standing. Don't give him the ability to see you on your knees. Okay, he's getting up well, but you got 2 hands on one. Stop that one-on-one hand fight. Head's down on the mat. We got to keep that head up. Grab all 4 fingers there. Guess he had less than that. That's a caution. Optional start, putting them up now. 3-1, minute 46 left in the second. Good shot here. Got to build your base, though. Corner square up. Good opportunity to get back to his feet here. Minute 25 left in the second. Couple fakes here. Looking for an opportunity to score. Controlling the elbow here is what we need to do. Good re-attack by a kid from Haddon Township here. Good kick away. Got to square up. Out of bounds here. Minute 9 left in the second period. And we're neutral. Caleb fighting in the crotch here. Got to get his hips back. Straighten that leg. Good job here. You got to square. Stay square here. Good job. Giving up the elbow. You want to bounce here and fight your corner. Bounce that guy. Get his elbow back. Now that's free. You got to fight the corner. Good angle here. Keep running to it. Again, head position. Head position here. Keep fighting that corner. Caleb doing a decent job here. little bit of space here. Got to create a little bit more of a scoring opportunity here with setup. Under 20 left in the period. Hands are locked here on a double. Get your head to the outside, drive through. Short time, we're going to finish the period on our feet.
This is where Caleb can catch you.
He's been keeping a good pace throughout the period. A couple opportunities, a little bit too much space on some of the attacks here. Can't give up a reversal here. Big parts of this is you're keeping a good pace going. Seems like Haddon Township's dwindling a little bit. You didn't see many aggressive attacks in the second period from him. So now it's either the opportunity to score from here or you cannot give up those. Those are big, especially to our back here. You got to keep fighting here. Again, he's doing a good job getting his hips to the mat.
This is where,
square up.
This is where, with a young wrestler like Caleb, you wonder if he understands the situation.
Absolutely. You got to put yourself in those in practice. Understanding down by 2, third period, we're in the top position. What are we looking to do? What's our go-tos here? How are we going to score our points, or are we going to look in a different area?
How much of that did you do in college?
Daily.
Scenarios.
Daily. Yeah. There'd be days for grind matches where we'd just, come in, get a 15, 20-minute warm-up in, grab a partner, whistle starts, and you go 45, 60 minutes, just straight match. And, that's where you separate the men from the boys in a lot of ways from a toughness perspective. But so much of it's more mental. I remember doing runs where we'd do an old-school shuttle run, and we'd never leave a parking lot, and we'd do 7.5 miles. 7.5 miles. And I would always tell kids, there's a conditioning factor to this. But more so, what we're trying to do here is understand how we need to be able to go to deep water and survive.
Yeah.
It's probably not the best term, but, our objective is to take that guy in that 2-2 match, going into OT and drown him.
Yeah.
So that we're mentally more prepared. And that comes with the scenarios. That comes with everything else. It's that mental imagery, the seeing yourself successful, atop of the podium. I remember doing those weekly with guys, especially more towards our postseason, where we'd be doing it on a daily basis, where you just black out the room, and I'd sound it like a podcast probably, but it was see yourself through each round, and I'd talk them through it, and it'd be just tensing your body in certain positions, relaxing, and get into a mode. We'd have guys fall asleep all the time.
The visualization piece, people don't give it enough credit. They don't do it enough. We did that in college, too. The night before a game.
Huge.
Offensive line's in a room, turn the lights off. And he walked us through the moment we woke up through the first drive of the game.
Yeah. You walk in, just walking into an arena, what it's like. Going into Hilton Coliseum at Iowa State, it's a different perspective as a D2 program, even though we were top ranked. But, you're going into Hilton Coliseum, one of the most historic wrestling coliseums in the country, and taking on Iowa State, like what it's going to be like when it's like, wow, man, we have Gatorade in our locker room and then all our own towel and all this extra food and all that. Like, wow, we don't get this all the time. Those type of things, just seeing how they're going to warm up, and everything else. But being in your own zone, being able to control that, it's a big factor in being successful.
So we move up to 175. We saw Andy Ty earlier. We talked about senior Andy Ty. This is
that's back points.
Other grandson, Andrew Ty, affectionately known as Tiggy.
Tiggy. All right.
He is, and he is a Ty, man. He
looks a lot like Mike. That's for sure.
Yeah,
he's got that size.
He is a farmer's son.
Yeah.
All-conference defensive end, first on the football field, and just a great kid.
Do you remember watching him while I was filling in for some of the guys on the chain gang a few times this year?
Yep. Great teammate, tough as nails. He's one of those guys that when he puts his hands on you, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like he's been hitting the weight room well.
Yep.
He's got good size. I mean,
he's a little sucked down right now, wrestling 175. I would anticipate him being up around 200 by the time
you get him again?
Yeah.
Yeah, what year is he, Jay?
He is a junior.
Man, a lot of juniors in this lineup. Now, does he play baseball as well?
He does not. He was a lax guy for a little lacrosse, but I believe he's just going to be football, wrestling, weight room.
Good takedown there. 40 seconds left.
3 sports gets in the way of his hunting time. Big hunter.
I remember working for Mr. Ty, and if we started at 7 one day, it was because he was turkey hunting in the morning for lunch. So there was definitely some different things at the Ty household that we might have to wait on doing some landscape construction back in the day. But
my best Andrew story is we had an 8 a.m. team meeting on a Saturday morning, and he said, "Coach, trying to go hunting." And I said, "Well, figure it out because you need to be at this meeting." So he walks in at 8 o'clock with all of his hunting gear on. He said, "I just went out at 3 a.m. No big deal. Made it happen."
He's been sitting in his stand all morning.
Yeah, all morning. And he comes right here. So
great job, though, getting the fall.
Yeah, big, strong kid. Great job being a leader in this program. 6 more points for the Eagles, 36-16 as we move on to the 190-pound weight class. Marcus Carter.
Grandpop was 4th in the state twice.
Yep.
And actually the original Hall of Fame class here at West Everett High School.
Yes, he was. An all-state football player as well.
Him and Frank Bulio, Steve Rammel. And I'm drawing a blank on the 4th right now, but it's a good slide by.
Yeah, Marcus is a slick wrestler, thick kid, strong kid. Been doing a great job doing the team of service by bouncing back and forth between 215 and 190. He steps on the scale at 179 pounds. So he is a lightweight guy, but very athletic. As he gets another 6, just wasted no time setting the tone. Great job.
Yeah, really getting stretching the lead right now, going into your best kid. Here at West Efford.
And Marcus, another junior as well.
Looks like we might be bumping. No.
Yep. Here comes Cole Dubois, 21-1, our 3rd and final senior of the evening.
Going to Millersville, from what I understand, next year. Wrestling for former Camden Catholic coach and Jerry Boland, assisted by Ronnie Gentile, who wrestled for me at Lindenwood.
Millersville alum James Shields on the sideline. Also, Clyde Folsom alum of Millersville.
Right. I forgot that the Clyde the Glide was there.
Yep.
Local school, not too far away from home, a building program. They're doing a good job down there. I think they have the number 1 ranked 133-pounder in the country in Division II right now. Tonight, I believe they're wrestling Camden County College and somebody else in a tri-meet. They're in a good PSAC conference with powerhouse like Pitt Johnstown, who's a traditional power.
Is it Edinburgh?
Edinburgh is in a PSAC, but they're a Division I in wrestling. Bloomsburg, them, and Clarion are all Division I in wrestling. You got Mercyhurst, like I said, Pitt Johnstown in there, Kutztown, another D2 program out there. A strong conference. Great job there getting a fall now. Putting up 48-16 here. Good job.
Final match of the evening at heavyweight. And as you can tell, we are light and athletic up top. It's going to be Isaiah Bailey who steps on the scale at 192. Wrestling heavyweight for us.
We got some light guys, Chad.
Yeah, we do. Haddon Township also pretty light here. Sean Weichel.
We had some big guys back in the day with you and Balistreri and all those guys.
Yeah, we were a little bit bigger. We traditionally have some big guys.
Good low level.
Yeah, Isaiah's a great athlete. He has not unlocked his full potential. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Also a pitcher on the baseball team. He's got a ton of athleticism. Just
Very
trying
tall.
to get him to unlock it.
It's a great attack. If he would get his head to the inside of the knee, he'd be able to score that on a much higher percentage. At that level of attack, his head's just missing the front side of that knee. It's an old school kind of John Smith. John would kind of just graze across the mat the whole time. He's coming from a little bit higher level, but if he hits that forehead to the inside of the knee, you're going to be able to see that pop to the outside, be able to score that probably 9 times out of 10. Even on higher level guys, that's going to be one that works really well. He's got great range out there.
Yeah, and he's not if he committed to the weight room, he'd be all of 210 pounds.
I was going to say, his lower half looks a little thicker than the upper half.
Yeah, he's stepping on at 192. That's not really weight trained.
No, but he's doing a good job going to the heel there. 2 hands on it, but that's a great job following up. Good job. You know, you want to transition that to heel, but you want to do it real short. He kind of did it in a little bit longer manner there, trying to reach for it. You just do short arms down to it, get that to your armpit, and you just kind of walk the guy around a little bit, let him wear himself out a little bit. It takes a lot to just dangle on one leg there and hop around for a bit. Great again, good head inside here. Now you want to get that to your armpit. He can keep that there.
So you cannot hang on a leg like that, man. It's just, it wears you out if you don't finish a leg attack on it.
The greatest thing is if you just get it to your armpit and keep your elbow to your chest, it's almost like you're not touching it.
Right.
You know, that way you can start looking. Then you just use your feet on the cross side. You're just trying to trip inside off of that. You're not really worrying about running the back corner or anything like that. You're just trying to make him falter on a step.
I got to imagine there's probably a stall call coming at some point in this match. Isaiah's doing a lot of work on his feet here.
I was going to say 6-7 shots to none. 8.
So up 2-1, final match in the 48-16 West effort, and we go neutral again. And so they deferred to us. We took neutral, I'm sure, thinking, you know, hey, we don't want to go on top and get rolled.
Yeah, there's no point, you know, at this when you're getting the attack rate, you know, you're successful there. There's no point to do it.
Yeah.
And at this point, the duel's out of hand. You're trying to put your individual in the best position for themselves.
Yeah, and heavyweight's always
good
nice
shot.
Heavyweight's tricky because you end up taking top or bottom. You get flattened out on bottom, and it's a long day down there when you're a lighter heavyweight.
It's definitely a long time.
Nice job by Broderick right there, fighting out of that leg attack. He's not very offensive, but he's certainly fighting shots off.
But again, that head's to the outside, which gives him the opportunity. If our head's on the inside, you know, he doesn't have that. He's straight to his butt, and you're scoring. Again, same outside shot, which is fine. But see how you're losing position.
It's trouble.
Yeah. If you're going to go head outside there, now your body's got to travel to the hips, got to be on that opposite angle.
Stay right there.
Yeah. Now you just come up, far ankle. Oh.
There's got to be a stalling call coming here soon.
Yeah, I want to yell it, but we're on the mic, and I just feel bad.
You've done a good job leaving 563 alone for the 6 weight classes, so I'm just trying to get out of this match without you getting us a team point.
I just really don't want to, you know, mess up anything for the viewers here.
38 seconds ago in the second period. We took
good wrist control. You know, a very underrated thing to be able to do is controlling a wrist. Controlling a wrist from neutral position, you know, you dictate a lot of what a guy does. Great call, finally. There's 2. 22 seconds left in the period.
Now go to work. I want to see big guys
Yes.
You know, wrestle well on the mat.
If you look at Tony Cassiope last week, you know, for Iowa, those guys, when you can score points from the top position, especially in college now with a 4-point near fall in 4 seconds, you change the whole match. Now just stay there. You're fine. Just stay. Just stay. That's locked hands, though. Ref missed that one.
Gave a neutral.
How does he give a neutral?
Neutral right there.
He has to create space. All right.
We're so close. We're so close.
I got 2 minutes. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Coach Shields wants to know.
He should. There should be a classification on that.
All right, third period. Short arms here, baby. Short arms.
Yeah.
There's a Granby coming. There's a fat man roll coming or something. I'll take that. I'll take that right there.
Just give it up to one. Make him come to you. That's the great Andy Ty let him know what to do. That's right.
He wants you under there. Don't go under there.
And it does take a bit for him to get a.
But once we get into the upper weights, that's his wheelhouse. Now he gets real passionate.
Yes, it is.
He hit me in my chest, showing me how to set your hands my sophomore year in high school, talking to me about football, and I'm still trying to catch my breath 25 years later.
He'll break a sternum. That's for sure. I remember him sitting there and picking up like a 500-pound boulder at He had to be 55 years old and just picking up out of the back of the truck going, Jimmy, men got to work. That was his only line to us. We're trying to move it with pry bars and everything else. And he just bear hugs it, picks it up, puts it where it needs to be. He said some other things I can't say on the air, but, it was a great guy to work for, an incredible family, the Ty family. Keep wrestling, nothing yet.
Good scramble.
Way to keep wrestling. Keep wrestling there.
Good job by Chris Broderick coming back in this thing, keeping it tight 4-3.
Isaiah can't shut down, though. We got a minute left. You can't hold on to a lead. The thing is to maximize it. Get one takedown, put it away. Don't force anything. You see your opportunity, take it. Put this match away.
He's been working that low single all day long. Like you said, the problem is he finishes with his head on the outside and creates these scramble situations.
And that's fine if you do that, but you got to come to your feet right away. It keeps rotating that corner and get to your feet with it. A lot of people, that's
nice
a good
pass.
attack. There, yep, square up. That's out of bounds.
Gonna get dicey here with 33 seconds. Broderick's got all kinds of confidence right now. Caught his second win.
Yeah, man, he's starting to attack here in the last minute. And he's having success. You don't want to let him build confidence here. No. All right. Just keep your fakes up. Right now, all you want to do is be able to keep your fakes going. You don't want to back up. You don't want to sit here and hang on. Just keep lowering your level. Keep the fakes. Keep them guessing. 10 seconds left in the match here.
Pummeling.
Leg back.
Nope. Oof. That'll be it. Hangs on. Isaiah Bailey hangs on for the 1-point win, doing a nice job sacrificing for the team by going up to heavyweight.
You don't see a lot of 190-pounders doing that.
Yeah. Final score, your West Effort Eagles 51, Haddon Township 16. Coach Rollins, it was great having you on, man.
Thank you
Getting
for
to
having
spend some time. Your knowledge was phenomenal, and I hope we'll have you on again sometime soon. But it's good to have you back in the area, brother.
Happy to be here, man. I really appreciate you guys coming back. It's nice to see West Effort again putting up a 51-point victory here over a conference foe. That's always good to see, and it's great to see everybody back here around here.
Yep, and we will be back on our live stream link tomorrow morning as our girls basketball team hosts Triton right here in the Nest. And that's all for us tonight. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon.